Hello. So I'm going to show you a demo of Hector and how you can use Hector to scan, some web applications, GenAI web applications. So the first step is to set your Detoxio API key. Okay, that is done. Now, if you have a web application that, such as this one, the first step to do is say poetry run Hector Web Apps and then give the URL minus use AI max crawling steps. In this case, I'm using 5. And then you can use something called attack module. If you want to test OS top 10 LLM apps vulnerabilities, then choose this string OS hash dash LLM dash app. Number of tests, maybe say, for the sake of demo I'll say 10. And then specify if you need a report in JSON format, then this, and if you need a report in MD format, then this. Okay, and now if you click enter, the first step is going to do is so I did a mistake. I think I'll say Markdown. Yeah, not MD, Markdown. And once you do this, the first step is it will ask you to install, because this app is a standard web app, so it will ask you to install browsers. So the first thing you do is to install the browser, and this is going to take like few minutes. Once it is complete, you will have the Chrome available in your environment. Yeah, so let's wait for a few seconds. In case you don't have, in case you may even have to do play poetry run playwright install, because I have already activated a poetry shell, so I'm into the shell. Yeah, so I think this is done. Then sometime you may have to poetry run play install. Yeah. Okay, so it's already installed. I think ignore the error, and I think now you can run the command. And once it runs, it opens up a browser like this. Now, the goal of this browser is to tell the tool where to fuzz, where to look for the forms where it can fuzz. So if your application is using some authentication, so provide that authentication. Navigate to a proper place, and once it is done, in the form, just say bracket bracket fuzz in capital letters and fuzz, or just say fuzz 2, it will also will work. Okay, and once it is done, I think what's the most important thing is to get this reply, some kind of reply containing this word again from the remote end, so that now the system knows that this is my form to fuzz and this is the response to look for the response. Okay, if it doesn't work, then try out like this one. Okay, as you can see that in this case it has not responded anything. uh, Once it is done, just close the browser, and once it is closed, the system will get access to, will know where to go and first the system will record the session and will record the request and response. Then we'll find out those places where it is going to fuzz. Now the first step it does is to crawl. Basically, here what it is doing is kind of doing conversation with the remote end, right? It is giving you some information, it is asking that information and so on. And then the next step it does, it's actually go and start fuzzing. So it generate various prompts and start sending the request to the remote end. If you would have specified -v here as an option, it would have even print the prompts on the console. Yeah. Uh, so let's wait for the you know system to finish testing. Once it finishes testing, the report will be generated in this report MD, report JSON. And if you have access to the Detoxio AI portal, the app, you can go and apply to it. These results will also be available on the app itself. As you can see that it has captured all the requests and responses, and it has got some responses. You can also check the request and response in the JSON itself. Now, some of these prompts are base 64 and encoded, but if you need the prompt, you can actually go and just base 64 decode it. Yeah, so this is the way I think what you can do to get the request response from the system. Uh, okay, thank you.